Welcome back to Raven Sexton's Blackbird Diaries. This episode from the RealTalk series is about the universe. It is not testing you. You're just stuck in a loop. And that's a hard one to hear. But it's the truth. We give a lot to universe. That's one of the biggest teachings. But the universe isn't fully in charge. We are. There are things we hand to the universe. There are things that we trust to divine timing. But when I hear people say the universe is testing me, all that tells me is someone has tried to absolve themselves of accountability. And the bottom line is when we hold ourselves accountable, we take back our power. I'm not talking about beating yourself up. I'm very good at that, and I've had to unlearn it, and it's a constant lesson. What I'm talking about is recognizing that when something keeps happening, when there is a constant pattern, what's the common denominator? It's us. It is us. The universe is not testing us. We are looping. We are in patterns that we maybe don't recognize or we refuse to let go of. It's the comfort of chaos and the fear of peace, that fear that the other shoe is going to drop. We hang on to the circus, even though it's not our monkeys. So, let's talk about it. The whole myth, and I hear it a lot in the spiritual community, I'm being tested. My guides are testing me. The universe is testing me. That is a really handy excuse. It means it's out of our hands. But it's a slippery slope into victimhood. And when you're trying to empower yourself, you're trying to take back your authenticity and your ability and recognize what you can do, which is always more than you're willing to recognize. It's very easy to place the blame externally because we're just not learning. Or we've learned and we just refuse to accept the lesson. Misery loves company. We love those conversations where we hear, been there, done that. All right. Are you doing better? Because you know how. If you know it's wrong, you know there must be a right way. So think about it. If the same thing keeps happening, ask yourself, what are you still choosing? What is it you keep running back to? And when you recognize it, ask yourself, why? What am I afraid of? Is it the unknown? Because most of us, especially if you're stepping into the spiritual life, have a love of the unknown. It's an adventure. It's something new. It shakes things up. It's expanding our universe. But you can't do that when you're tethering yourself to old patterns and old fears and old crap that doesn't serve you. Remember this. Familiar, wow, I can talk. Familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar joy. And your girl here knows that very well. Pain is easy to get lost in. It is familiar when you've been through it over and over. At least you know what to expect. No one can disappoint you if you expect them to let you down. Unfamiliar joy is terrifying to someone who's been hurt. And if you're over the age of 12, you've been through it. Something has hurt you. Something has hurt your feelings, little or big. Depends on the person. A catastrophe for one person is Tuesday for someone else, for a myriad list of reasons. But we choose the familiar. We do. In the last episode, I talked about spiritual bypassing, where the addiction was the bliss of being in fantasy, the escapism. And now we're talking about just the opposite. It's easier to be miserable. Nobody expects anything, and we can't be disappointed. So that joy is terrifying until we learn to quit waiting for the other shoe to drop, live in the moment. I know I hear that all the time. I get tired of it too, but it's true. When you learn it, it's true. And you let go and you embrace it. You live in that moment and you let yourself enjoy all of it, not 50% or 75% waiting for the crap to hit. This isn't a cosmic pattern, it's behavioral. It's science. It's how the mind works. It's how humans are conditioned. But we tie it to something supernatural, bigger than us. So we don't have to do the hard work and figure out how to stop the pattern. But we can, because once we face that, once we recognize the loop as our own doing, now take it a step further. How do I break this pattern? How do I get out of this loop? How do I chase that happiness without losing the lesson? That's huge. That is taking back your power. That is your sovereignty. And there's nothing in the world that can stop you once you do that. So I'll leave it at that. And like I always say, journal. So I'm going to throw some questions at you, some things to journal to think about. Ask yourself, what story do I keep repeating? What is the benefit of this story that I keep repeating? What am I getting out of this? Now, if you're stuck in a loop that's good and it's helping you, by all means, write it down and keep doing it. But if something is holding you back and you look in the mirror and you start to realize it's you, you have an opportunity. Do not beat yourself up. Do not say, I knew it, I'll never. No. Self-talk. You've recognized it. Own it. Again, if you know it's wrong, that means you know there's a right way, and you get to discover the right way for you. Another question to ask yourself: where do I still feel safer in known dysfunction? Meaning, why am I still at this damn circus? What is it about this circus that I choose over everything else? Is it serving me? What is the safety? Is it truly safe, or is it just familiar? Because I know I deserve more. I know I can do more. One final question: what would I change if I made one different choice? What is it? Think about it. Run with it. Answer it however you want. Continue asking yourself questions. One of my favorite tools in the world, actually from my corporate life, is the 5 whys. Why is this? Answer that. Okay, then why is that? Why does the moon look white? Because it's reflecting light. Why is it reflecting light? Because it doesn't give off its own. Why doesn't it give off its own? Because it's ice and rock. See where I'm going with this? Ask the whys. Be the curious child and discover yourself. Unlock your potential. and get out of your loop. And with that, I will wrap this up. Promised I'd start to keep these short. Just remember, you're not being tested, you're being invited. When you recognize the pattern, when you say, I am being tested, that is you recognizing you are in that loop. And you're being invited into an adventure. That adventure is you. Your growth isn't waiting for you to pass any test. It's waiting for you to act. So thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this and it's given you something to think about, and I hope it inspires you. And I hope you'll come back and listen to more podcasts. Share your thoughts. Leave a comment. Drop me a line. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Now go interrupt your own damn pattern.